This year, my lesson observation moved from good to outstanding, so I thought about what had actually changed in my teaching to allow this to happen. This is what I came up with. While it's nice to have the label of outstanding from a senior manager, the more important thing is what the students actually think. What is outstanding?
Group involvement.
A lot more strategically planned.
It's like an over lesson, like.
There's a task to do on the board instead of someone saying to go and do it. So you can always refer back to it. Things are put on Moodle and a lot more interactive where we can go and see what the task is before we attempt it and always refer back to it.
It's a lot more fun really. It's a bit like, it's not fun in a bad way, but it's fun in a good way because you're learning at the same time as finding new techniques and doing stuff you like doing. Like not just old textbooks revising off websites and stuff like that.
It also relies on having a good teacher and one that knows what they're doing and can understand the needs of certain individuals in terms of their work and in terms of how well they progress.
Like being able to go into a lesson knowing what I'm going to do, and I like actually doing the work that I know I've been going to do. Whereas if you go in not knowing what you're going to do and it's something that you're not ready for, you won't necessarily want to do it.
Just where you think you've achieved something in that lesson, really.
Really relaxed, really helpful, and in her sense quite quirky as always.
More structured. There's a lot more insight of what we've got to do at the beginning of a lesson, and then we go and attempt it in the lesson, and then we've always got constant help then. But it's you get a lot more feedback compared to other lessons where you're just told to go off and do it.
Everyone getting on, really no messing around, just but like a good balance, like not too strict but not too informal as well, so it's just like a healthy balance of it.
Consistent. I prefer it if all lessons were consistent instead of some teachers one day doing one thing and then if they are being reviewed they're completely different. And usually that lesson tends to be better, but you know it might not necessarily happen again.
It's just a bit more organised, like you know what you've got to learn, and if you don't quite get it you can always ask and stuff like that.
How do you feel about group work tasks in lessons?
They're a different take on it. You still learn something. You also get to know other people in your class as well as having a bit of fun at the same time as learning something that could possibly be very serious later on in life. So
just the environment's just relaxed and you just get on with the work, and if you're stuck then you're provided with help.
Throughout this year, I've really focused on trying to use different online tools that actually complement and enhance learning. So I asked my students what they thought of what we've been doing.
It's a good idea, as you get to see what other people think about like certain aspects of your work and stuff.
Actually quite funny and quite useful. We gained some honest feedback from our peers, should I say, and we could do the same to them and they could do the same to us, and it helped us to develop our designs in a professional way.
How about, have you found that the use of forums and the walls have actually helped build group cohesion as well?
Yeah, we are closer as a group from doing that as opposed to when we started at the year when we were doing individual things and hardly interacting with the group really, because it was just the start of the year. So that's helped us to sort of comment on each other's work as we developed the work. So it was helpful.
Forums helped a lot because it helps people to interact with other students, get feedback from people that you wouldn't necessarily go and speak to. But also links class together. When we first started, we didn't know anybody. Now pretty much everybody in the class talks. We all help each other. It just makes for a better working environment, really, if you get to know the people around you.
It's just a new experience, and it changes how you see things, doesn't it? Like, you wouldn't think of doing your work on Google. And it's like a more expressive way of doing it as well.
Like, see everyone's point of view from it, and when everyone puts their ideas in, it's, like, you don't think that your idea is wrong, like, because other people are discussing it. So if you say something and someone agrees with it, it makes it feel like you haven't said the wrong thing for it.
When I first did them, there was some comments in the classroom that, but they're only over there, why don't I talk to them?
Yeah, because people don't know who it's come from, so they're more honest. Where it's like your peers, like your mum and, like, say, like your friends and your mum and dad, they'd always say it's brilliant, when really they know it's not. If you know what I mean.
So you like the fact it's a bit anonymous. Finally, I asked them to sum up outstanding in my lessons in 3 words.
Helpful, interesting, and to some degree professional.
Relaxed, focused, and useful.
Quite a buzz atmosphere, so it's not silent. You know. They're helpful and encouraging.
Consistent, structured, and fun.
I know, when you achieve something that's enjoyable to do, and when it's something different, really, some different skill.
Well, relaxed. Can't really think of just words, because it's basically all there and simple and easy and sort of, well, just a really good environment to be in.